combining the ones that I had left over. I soak them. I try to dry them out a little bit on the plasterboard, and then I'm combining them with some that I haven't used yet to give them one consistency, because it's very important when you're using the clay that you have consistency. And just like life, you want to have consistency. You don't want to have everything all over the place. You want to have a continuous, smooth ride as you go through life, period, you know? I mean, I'm not saying you'll be able to control everything, but as much as you can control, you try to control to have consistency. And this is very important. So as I said before, I'm wedging it first, which is to take the air out of it, and then I'm going to knead it so you can have consistency. And to this, there's a poem by Omar Khayyam, an Arabian poet. You know, he was as he was dealing with the clay, as the potter was dealing with the clay, he was really slapping it. And the clay said to him, "Be careful, my friend, careful. Because only yesterday I was a sultan." That's a easy thing to say. You know, when you're dealing with the clay, you're also having personal communication with it, even though you're not saying anything, because this is the material that you're expecting to work for you, you know, and you twisting it and turning it to give it that amount of consistency. So he said, the clay said to him, "Be careful, my friend," because only yesterday I was a sultan. There's so many morals from that story, but the real moral from that story is that you're dealing with different things every day, but you never know the history of it, the origins of it. The deeper moral of it is that we were clay and we go back to clay. And no matter what we ascend to in life, highest positions, at the end of that, we go right back to clay. And then a potter will take us up and make us into a pot. So the clay was saying, yesterday I was a sultan. I was one of the most important, most significant, most powerful man in my land, whichever land you were from. So today you might be something very important, very influential, but never forget, you know, with all of that power and how we feel about ourselves, we have to be respectful of each other, respectful of the community, respectful of the environment. Because today is the only day we have a chance to really do something. And if you're going to do something, try to do something that is good. Don't try to create havoc for other people. Try to make people unhappy. So use that power that you have today while you're alive to do something good for humanity. You know, be humble, be respectful, and be loving. And a lot of us feel that, you know, we're so powerful we can do anything. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but there's a day coming you will just be clear again. So remember that. You know, and I will take you and make you, somebody else will take us and make us into a pot. And slap us around. So be very careful in how you. If you're noticing all the different types of clay, well, colors of clay actually, clay is clay that I have, but eventually I'll have it into one harmonious, one body when I'm finished with it. You know? So that's the objective, is to get it in one consistency. You're still nuts in it.
Can we see what the finished product looks like?
That's how.
Oh, it's square.
And just square it off. It's like a packet in the bag easy. But you don't have to square it off. That's another lesson about life. Learning from the potter, learning from the ceramic artist, that life, even though you might be big and strong, certain things you have to handle with care. And everyone is different. Can't handle everybody the same. Treat everyone as the same. You have to be cognizant of your environment. You also have to know who you're dealing with and treat each other with that kind of temperament. Some people you could treat them rough, some people you can't. Some is just like the clay. Some clays have to really work it hard, some have to be very easy and touch it very gently. So not everyone is the same. And you have to treat people based on how you perceive, not just how you perceive them, but try to understand who you're dealing with and try to make accommodations and adjustments. But again, as I said, be very careful in the way you treat people. Because if you don't do it like the clay, if you treat it haphazardly, that's the product you will get very difficult time. If you treat it badly, it would not respond in the way you want it to respond. So you have to take all of that into consideration and be very tactful and use wisdom.